Let me see here. And I guess we'll head south, try to do some more of the White Pine shitacular area that is a nuisance. Maybe try to get a bear or something. Get something going. White Pine, not a very good area, it seems. Can I get my shoddy out in time? Good start. I'm supposed to shoot something behind a fucking tree. Oh, I gotta change that. This is why I'm shooting them for this mission. I'm gonna get a couple of them here. It would be nice. There it comes. Might as well try to get a few of these. Since I need to. mean, I should be able to pick up one or two more, at the very least. Rabbit hunting is not particularly good in this game, if you could say that. Stand where you see rabbits, use collar and wait, and then blast them one at a time. Pretty much rabbit hunting in this game. Try again and see if we can get one. Can't get any more, we can't get any more. I don't think this is a need zone. I think it's just happened to come across some zone. Maybe though. It is not looking too promising. I did hear the bush noise a couple times. There it is again. Does make me wonder if I was just hearing things the last time I heard that bush noise. Let's see if there's like a feed zone for rabbits here or something. Probably mule. Whatever. Screw those rabbits. You don't need those rabbits that bad. But I do want to explore this stupid white pine area to get this over with, because it sucks in here. I'm not a big fan of it at all. I'd rather be in Thorn Springs any day. Like a lot of dead space in white pine, it seems. Animal density leaves a little bit to be desired. Lots of like rolling hills that makes it kind of annoying. There you go, there's the need zone for the rabbits. Like I heard one. I'm gonna try for a rabbit again though. This would be the place to be. Fucking badger down there. Kind of a little too early to make a call again, but whatever. Come on, wherever you are, Mr. Rabbits! I'm losing my mind in white pine! What happens when you hunt in an area that sucks for too long, you just kinda... You gotta go a little crazy! And talk real funny! The most annoying voice possible! Oh. Rabbits don't seem to want to come out and play. I must have killed them all. No, there's more. I hear another one. Swear I hear another one. Maybe I'm just losing it. Hearing things that aren't really there. I'm gonna get the rustle of lots of stuffs around me. Something must be bound to come eventually here. I mean... Or not. There it is. It took its time. Get over here, fucking badger. I wounded this one, but I don't know if it was enough. It was a long ass shot. And to try to figure out where the fuck it is. Oh, I got it. Take that double kill. Fucking ugly fucking kill, so. South. We need to go south. Should be down this way. Just muted that in time for the sneeze. At least I got 4 kills already. I think that's all I got yesterday. It was like fucking 4 kills the whole fucking time. 6 hours of playing the game, fucking 4 kills, you know? Well below my average. But I am exploring areas that I've never been at. Picking up need zones. Shit slows things down considerably when you just grab need zones. At this point, I don't even want need zones. I just want to fucking finish the fucking fog of war and get the fuck out of here. Maybe do some diamond drill today. See if I can't get a decent kill at diamond drill. I've yet to ever find anything good at diamond drill, but everybody says it's the place to be, and you know, I figure probably should go check it out every once in a while. I'm probably missing out on some nice herds down there. Not the easiest place to hunt, but I don't mind difficult places to hunt if the reward's there, but White Pine just seems to be... I wouldn't say this is a difficult place to hunt, it's just... it's not the easiest, and it just doesn't seem to be very good. Like, I haven't really found anything that could even be remotely considered fucking worthwhile to be here for any reason at all. I'll go head south even more. Could be this way. Yep. Go to this lake. Lead zone right here. I'd like to get a red fox, would be nice. Head down to this lake. Wind check right quick. Say it seems like it's off to the left side going this way, or maybe it's this way. I'll go with the clouds over the particles. I think so. It should be this way. Yeah, clouds are a better tell than the particles. Particles lie sometimes. Which makes me wonder, do they even really go with the wind? The night hunt's almost over. Poor old River here, he doesn't sleep. He just is a robot. He just continues to fucking hunt around the clock. Laws weren't designed with River in mind. He's a lot like his name implies. He just does what he wants and spirals and swerves throughout the land, shooting everything that he can. His last name isn't Knox? River Knox? Like that name's this fucking fake sound, and it's like, James Plastic is my name, James Plastic. Like, your last name's Plastic? Yes. James is actually two. Okay, let me think here. We need a thing. Oh, okay, so like, how about my name's Mountain Plastic. Except for River is actually a real name. And Mountain, I don't think I've ever heard anybody called Mountain. So, I need something. Muddy Plastic. That's my name. Oh, so you must work in opaque plastics industry. No, that's just my name. River Knox. River Knox. I mean, it would make more sense to me if his name was Knox Rivers or something. Even though that's a ridiculous name too. But like River Knox doesn't even it's not even remotely close to a believable name to me. Brothers to John Doe. Jane Doe is his sister. Pick up all these zones. And this seems to be more happening of a place. It could be just the north part of White Pine is a little bit less frequented. Massive frame drops. I thought that was poop for a second. Massive frame drop. Hello. Doesn't seem to be anything good in this herd either. Ain't nothing coming to the high fitness call. And fuck these deer. They don't want to come to any of the calls. Right? Like why wouldn't you come to one of the calls? Like low fitness or high fitness? Oh, there you go. Range 50 meters. Time to die. Hey, where are you sliding to? Damn. That thing got obliterated. That thing got obliterated, man. Double long heart and artery? Jeez. Obliteration. Something else up here. Fucking thunderous wood I just stepped on. Must be whitetail over there. Get on my bears. On my bears. All my need zones, I mean. Well, we'll head up to this mark and then go down to this one, I guess. Here we go. Oh, look at that sun beaming in my eye. When the sun hit your eye, it's like a big lens of flare and you die. That's Amore. Ooh, look at that sunbeam. Yeah. She's my radiant beam in the night. Whatever that stupid song is. She's got glitter, first scan. My radiant beam in the night. Don't worry, I'll stop singing now. That's what you can call that. Oh, it's a campsite. Oh, yeah. As we continue. Lookout tower over there. I wonder if I have that lookout tower. Ah, come on, you can't squeeze through there, you fat ass. Like, really? Fucking... Hello, Hunter, I need your help. I went fishing with my buddies and completely forgot about the anniversary of my life. When I was 10 years old, I was hunting for the first time in my life. I was trying snowshoe hares. Ah, come on. Fuck, don't give me another snowshoe hare one. Weird, didn't say like map updated. Yeah, apparently I don't have that watchtower. Or quite far away though. Yeah, I do have it. It's right here. Surveyor's Lookout. Surveyor. The lookout. It's the surveyors. Oh, come on. Like, come on, game. Like, really? That's gonna stop me? A hunter? That's gonna stop a hunter. Oh, I don't know, guys. I don't think I can put one leg up on this rock and go around it. It's looking pretty impossible to get through there. Oh, leg spike. Frame rate drop. Not really a leg spike. Display lag, I guess you would say. The fuck? Are those warthogs? Or bears? Must be bears, but... Well, like warthogs to me. Yeah, it's a bear for sure. How much you want to bet I kill the female and not the male? Probably a bunch of lesbians. Lesbian tribe of bears. If I do this right, I should be able to kill both of them. Whoa, excuse me. From the angle I was looking at them, look like fucking warthogs. Looking for tusks. And yes, I know that they're not actually on this map. I was just more or less fucking around. Because they have to be bears. Warthogs aren't on this map. That's pretty chunkerific. Chunky. Where'd the other one go? kidding me right now? Get out of here. So I want him to turn. Another bear around too. Yeah, turn now. I'm out of bullets. I'm out of fucking bullets. Oh, man. What the fuck? I'm out of fucking bullets. Are you fucking kidding me? Yowzers. I figured when it wasn't letting me reload. That sucks. That really sucked. I could have had 2 beers, but I was out of bullets. Sit on the bench. I'll be back in a sec. Just gotta make some tea. Make some tea, and I gotta think about some breakfast here. I can't believe I out of bullets. 2 fucking bears, like, stupid. Yeah, what can I have for breakfast here? I was gonna cook something in the oven, but I'm gonna move it faster. Plug in my phone too. It's freaking running out of juice. Start the day with no juice in it. Gotta stay hydrated. Come on. Hurry up. You can tell that I only want to have something to eat so I can eat some more of those Cool Ranch Doritos that I was snacking on yesterday. Get Cheetos encrusted fingertips. For when I'm touching my controller. I could have had potatoes. Fuck, I thought that was game noise, and I was like, what the fuck is it? Sound I've never heard before. And really, it's the friggin' coffee machine making my Earl Grey. Don't have the kids for a few hours. They'll be back soon. The wife's out at a party, meeting other men. Just joking. We're only supposed to be gone a couple hours, but I said to her, oh, what the hell? I go out and have some fun. Meet other men. Hopefully they treat her with respect and dignity. I'm just joking. What the fuck is this? A toaster? That can't be really a toaster. It is a toaster. 4-slot toaster. Where the fuck did we get a 4-slot toaster from? I don't even know where that came from. Ow! My toe. Fuck. Jesus. Fucking fasciitis of my toe because I stepped on something weirdly. It's not good. Alright, so we need to get ammo. We're fucking completely depleted on ammo. We're gonna go back to Bear Den Ranch here, and Bear Ranch Den, Bear Ranch Ben, Bear, whatever. Stand up. Go in here, we'll get some fucking ammo. Should now have ammo. I fucking hope that gave me ammo. I mean, if it didn't, I'll be pissed, because I'm pretty sure that's all you gotta do. I'll go back to the campsite. Blah, 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 blah. Animals grow 1 year after... Oh, can't read it. It's too fast. Too quick for me. To be honest with you, these performance dips, they do kind of foretell when you're going to run across an animal, right? Like, I'll put it on performance mode and see if it feels a little tighter. It's definitely blurrier, but it runs so much nicer in this mode. Looks visually less appealing, but I mean, it's still not a bad looking game by any stretch of the imagination, but you can definitely see the lower resolution where it's not doing 4K. But the frame rate is through the roof. I'll do some crawling while I go get my mac and cheese. You won't hear me rambling for a bit. Sorry, but I want to eat. course, I'm nowhere near the controller.
I do not want to shoot elk. I want to shoot fucking deer. So sick of shoot fucking elks. Still haven't had the fast travel bug happen, but if there was ever a time for it to happen, you'd think it would be there. Take a look around. See if you can't spot anything. I see a hunting stand, that's about it. An elk right there. Ooh, that is a nice looking elk though. That is a nice looking elk right there. I know I said I don't want an elk, but one of those looks so nice that I have to. was worried it was too far ahead, but it was okay. It's a long shot. I think it was pushing my luck with how far ahead I was, but we shall find out when we get there. Not bad. I mean, not great either, but see if the other one even died. Yeah, there it is. I think I need a. There's a certain mission I can do for this one too, because I think that's an adult. I don't know. It's an adult. It's a good adult too, pretty decent. There should be. Yeah, this one right here. I don't even know what those grunts were from. I mean, I'm assuming it's mule deer or something. Whitetail. But I have no idea, really. At least I'm done eating now. Excuse me. Is that a fucking moose? That looks like a fucking moose. Okay, interesting. Ah, it's because it's the edge of the swamps. Interesting. That's what that was. The grunt was the moose. I was completely like, I don't know what the fuck it was. So there should be a moose drink zone here somewhere. It's gotta be the moose, yeah. So I might do some weight hunting, to be honest with you. I think I might go up in this hunting stand and just wait. Not the most thrilling thing to do, but I need to get kills from a hunting stand to get perk. Pretty sure I still need to. I'll take a look here. Perks. Yeah. So I need that one. Need that one. Not the most thrilling thing to do here, but it's a decent spot to be. Of all the places in White Pine, this seems to be one of the better ones. Fortunately, I do not have a moose collar. That sucks because I want moose. I don't want deer.
Hi.
Hey, what's up, dude? I just have myself muted because I'm crunching on chips. Hello, Mr. Bear. Where's your buddy at? Might have been a little low on it. To be completely honest with you, might have been a little low. Yeah, that's a kill shot. Should have just jumped down. Normally I wouldn't sit in the hunting stand, but like I said, I need to get the perk unlocked from it.
So have you moved to the .270 and if so thoughts?
That's what I'm using right now. I am using it right now, but I probably go back to 7mm. The reason that I like this is actually really good, like deer. Like it's good on this map, but it is too strong for wolves. And if I want to have my shotgun out, then I kind of have that gap where if I run into a wolves, I won't be able to shoot them. So I mean, I can shoot them, I just won't get full hunt rating, right? Like, so for me, the 243 or 7mm are probably the better choice. Also, I think that the bear is like right ahead of me. I think uh, the sound is bugged on the 270 because I don't know how many times I've shot things and like things nearby haven't spooked. But like if I were on any other gun, I feel like those things would have spooked. So it's like I don't know if the sound. Hurry up and die, bear. Like look you right in the eye. Thank you. Oh, I thought it was a little far forward. I was actually a little far back. Close. That was close to a miss, to be honest. Very, very close. Another female. Get out of here. Fucking garbage. Times am I gonna shoot female bears and get nothing? It's like fucking 9 out of 10 times. Yeah, so the
I feel
270.
like that has happened with the 7mm for me recently.
Yeah, it may be. I may be wrong, and it may be just like the same, right? Like it's hard to say. Um, I'd have to go back and I'd have to use the gun quite a bit more, and I'd also have to use the 7mm quite a bit more, and note like when things aren't spooking them. You know, it would be helpful to be able to actually see the herds to know how far away, because it could be that they're just outside the bubble, right? Like that would spook them. They could be 201 meters away, and they need to be within 200 or something, right? Like it's hard to say, but yeah, I want to use the 243, but the 243 is a bit um, underpowered. Can't do quartering away shots very well with it. Like it has to be like bang on broadside, and like on elk and moose and stuff like that. And it's like I want to be able to not have to hit the heart to kill something. I mean, do I go back in the stand? I guess something else will no doubt eventually show up. But this whole area that I've been in, White Pine, has been not very good, man. It's not a very good area. Like, do not like White Pine Orchard. It's been pretty trashy. But yeah, so I'll probably go back to 7mm at some point. I do like the 270. Does feel like you can follow up shots really fast. There's been times where I've gotten multiple kills with it because it's quick. But maybe I could do the same thing with the Bolt, and I'm just you know get in situations where the 270 been able to fire twice. Like I could have got 2 bears earlier, but I was out of ammo. Right? I was like, oh damn it, I'm out of ammo, and then I went back to the lodge, used the computer like an idiot, and then warped back and tried to shoot the elk, right, that I seen. Uh, or like it wasn't the bears, but tried to shoot a big elk that I seen, and out of ammo again. I was like, oh yeah, you got to go to the storage, not the computer. Like duh, right? So then I warped back, and you think, oh, what about the fast travel bug? Like, wouldn't that have the fast travel bug happen? It's like, no, no fast travel bug. They were still there, right? Like, so it's like, I don't know what the hell people are doing to cause that bug. And that one dude in Discord, Zras or whatever, gets 7 5 stars in 2 days, man. Like, I don't know, man. I don't even know what to say about that. I don't think that guy streams. It's like, I don't know. I don't know why he wouldn't stream it. Right? If you're that damn good at the game, stream it. Cause like, I don't understand. I mean, Hunter and below, you can see stars too, right? So that makes the game, in my opinion, very trivial, like super easy. Where I can't see the stars on an animal, I can only, inspect and hope and have to get close to take a better look. And I mean, a lot of times I'm not even using this scope. I'm using like a much shorter range scope. I don't know if anything else is really gonna come. Maybe I should go look for stuff. Yeah, give it a few minutes. Let's see what happens while I'm chatting. Yeah, see, I hear noise up in the woods over here again. So give it a moment. Trying to get this perk unlocked, and this is a good spot to try to get a couple kills for it at least.
I think it was a mix of hunter difficulty plus real fast unlock on diamond drill. From what he said though, I'm also unsure if it was with multip.
If it was what? If it was multiplayer? Well, you also have to consider this. You went to Diamond Drill, which should probably start in high fitness is really high, so yeah, there are probably some 5 stars there at the start of the game. Probably checked each herd, probably knows where each herd is, like probably done it multiple times in his original game. But then he's like, where's the best elk at? And we tell him. And within, like a half hour, he's got a 5-star elk. And it's like, bro, stream that shit, bro. What you running around on a map with everything 5 stars? Oh, I got a god tier generation, right? Like it something doesn't quite add up with that. Like it's got to be spawn mashing or something. There's no fucking way, man. I don't buy it. I'd buy it if I could see it and believe it, you know what I mean? But I don't see it. I don't see what he's doing. I don't want to call somebody a liar. And maybe he's just really that good. He just knows how to creep up and check every fucking herd in the whole area and rinse, repeat, and does it in another area. I don't know. But all I know is I probably only seen, 7 5-stars and 300 hours of gameplay. And I ain't no slouch. Like, I know how to fucking play the game. Right? So it's like, doesn't make much sense to me. It just seems a little odd, right? It seems a little off. And add in that his original game, he was claiming, I think I seen him in the chat saying that he had 100 5-stars or something ridiculous. So, I don't know, man. I don't know what to believe. You know what I mean? Ultimately, I don't care. Whatever he's doing. It's have fun with the game. Play it however you want to play it, but something doesn't quite seem right about that. It's not just me that thinks that, too. Like, I've talked to other people and been like, that doesn't make much sense, like, how this dude's pulling so many 5-stars. Like, that quickly. I don't know if there's any real good moose here or not. Can't see where the shit. But yeah, maybe he's just really good and just knows how to check every herd or something, right? But without seeing how he's playing or what he's doing, I don't know. I can't make a comment. But you are probably right that rushing to Diamond Drill early, like his super like good rolls would still be alive. Like whatever it spawned initially with would still be there type thing. So it could be that. It's probably a gold mine of deer in there. But at the same time, my diamond drill on this map, like on my save, I don't know, man. I don't have any luck with diamond drill. I'm gonna actually hunt there sometime today. hopefully, and take a look at it because, I mean, everybody else claims it's so good, and it's like when every time I've gone there, it's been just absolute trash for me. I also find it extremely hard to hunt there. Like I find it not an easy uh, area to hunt, but again, it's one of the my least hunted places. So maybe I just didn't give it enough time, or where the hell is the friggin' bull at? I mean, I think the scent is actually blowing their way, right? There's a perk that reduces 30% noise, visibility, and smell when you're in the stand. That's what I'm trying to unlock, right? But it's like, if you look at the map, I don't even have a scent cone when I'm in a stand. So what the hell's it talking about? What's 30% of nothing? It's nothing, right? So it's like, is that a typo? Did they originally have intend that there should be scent when you're in a stand? Because from what I can tell, you don't have no scent when you're in a stand. Here you go. Got too far up on front of that, I think, again. Might be a hard shot, but I think that's a little too far forward. Guess we'll find out. If I can find the blood splotch, I have this nasty habit of just rushing down without really thinking about where I shot something. Oh, thank God. I was worried about that placement again. I thought maybe I messed that one up too, but looking pretty. Oh, lost my way. I hate when I lose the blood. And then I have to reset. Well, to be honest with you, I think I'm just gonna move forward and not go back unless I absolutely have to, because he ran this way somewhere. Pretty sure he did anyways. Yeah, there you go. So I didn't want to go back, try to find the blood. I'd probably be circling around trying to figure out where the hell I shot it from again. There should be. See what it is. Oh, a little high. I thought it was more at heart level. It's actually pretty good placement. Not really too unhappy with that shot. Ooh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about right there. That's my first 5-star moose. Sweet. And it's another 469. That's my third or fourth 469. It always seems to be 469s. All right. Take a screenshot. Save that gameplay. If you're still there, can you see when I stream, like when I'm highlighting stuff? That's why I went back to the hunting stand, because there was moose that I originally spooked away from the lake. Oh, that made me a little happier about white pine. I mean, dude got another 5-star. Like, come on, that's ridiculous. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, I don't know.
Sorry. I was traveling in the Jeep because after my accidental restart I need to get the cabins again.
Well, you had an accidental restart? I just got a 5-star moose. He got another 5-star. Like, while I get my 5-star moose, he gets another. Like, his rate of 5-stars is crazy. It's just unbelievable. Like, it's to the point of, I don't know if you know Dream and his Minecraft runs and how his luck was just phenomenal. He was getting, you know, everything that needed to happen would happen, and then when you added up all the odds, it was like a 1 in fucking 100 trillion fucking chance that all these things would line up, and he would just routinely, constantly have that. He would constantly have, thanks man, he would constantly have that type of luck, and then when the people started like looking into it and crunching the math, they were like, no, like, this is like not right. Like, there's no chance. Like, you have a better chance of getting hit by a lightning bolt 9,000 times in a row than it would be
basically that.
Right. So it's like, if it's too good to be true, I just feel like, and then like, say you messed up your save, you go and create another one, and you're still getting 5-stars at an unbelievable rate. Like, there isn't a single person on that Discord that I've talked to that gets 5-stars anywhere near his rate. Anywhere. Nowhere near. Not even close. Like, Reinhardt is probably the guy that I've seen on there that has the most 5-stars, right? But he also has like fucking a ridiculous amount of time in the game, right? So it's just like, I mean, that guy's gonna constantly be posting trophies. Like, he's never gonna slow down. He's never gonna stop. It's just gonna be constant stream of 5-stars. I mean, that's my prediction for him. And it's like I said, if he's so good at the game, stream it, man. Record it. Show us, right? Or is it he's gonna like scope every animal and be like, oh, another 5-star, a 5-star, a 5-star, a 5-star, 5-star. Oh, look, every fucking animal in this herd is a 5-star. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what the fuck is going on with your game? Like you got some type of way of altering the world's end or something? Like, what the fuck is going on? I'm not saying he's cheating. I don't want to sound like jealousy or anything like that. It's not like that. I just think that it's very bizarre, right? It's just very bizarre. It seems like a very big outlier versus everybody else's experiences. And that's regardless of the difficulty.
That it's boring because he doesn't have anything to work towards anymore.
Yeah, and I mean, he's probably already saying that. And I mean, to be honest with you, if I were getting 5-stars at that clip, I'd probably be saying the same thing too. I'd be like, man, this is boring. This is like, why is there so many 5-stars? But it's like, you talk to anybody and nobody gets 5-stars at that rate, right? Nobody. Dude has already eclipsed. I have 6 5-stars. He has eclipsed as many 5-stars as I have in over 300 hours in the span of 2 days. Not even 2 days. 1.5 days. Right? 1.5 days. Ridiculous. I hunted for 6 hours last night exploring White Pine. I'd seen a fucking 2-star mule that I killed, right? I had missing my shot, and I had to retrack it and end up killing it as the very final kill for the last of the stream. 6 hours, and what did I end up with? Maybe if I'm lucky, 11 or 12 kills for that 6 hours, and nothing that was even remotely close to a 5-star. So it's like I don't know how he's doing it, man. I would love to see his method. Love to see his method. And that would also veto of any other weird things that might be going on. I mean, dude doesn't even have true cred or nothing. Well, maybe he does. Maybe he cheated to get it, right, by doing the Jeep exploit. I'm just trying to grab that screen cap to put on Discord in my moose.
Okay, that's just dumb if he is being honest. 6/51 aren't over 50%.
According to him, it is, though. I mean, the guy's. I already said to somebody, I don't know what to believe with that guy. Right? I really don't. Like, it's
that
completely.
Means for every 100 he sees, less than 12 are under 50%.
Yeah. But I mean, it would make sense if he's getting so many 5-stars, and the median fitness level has to be very, very high, right? So either his world gem was just absolutely amazing, right? Which is a possibility, right? Like, it's possible that all the dice rolls just happen to be like really friggin' good. I mean, in my world, right? Like, maybe my dice rolls ended up being like absolutely trash, right? Like all mine are basically below 50, and that's just the way the dice roll for everywhere, right? Who knows? But all I know is that is very odd. Very. Where the hell is the trophy room? Can't fucking find the trophy room. Oh, it's because it's fucking. Is that even the right
New
link?
technique, world mashing.
The fuck? Did my fucking. I don't think my. Yeah, what the fuck is that? That's not a right link. Oh, I'm doing it wrong. Oh, my bad. I'm trying to post like my YouTube stream in the trophy room. Whoops. Sorry, guys. It like immediately deleted it though. So it like knew that it's like, hey, that's the YouTube link. That's not fucking right. I'm glad I went to that hunting stand and did what I said that I wasn't gonna do, and I was gonna leave, and then I heard the moose up behind me, and I was like, oh, okay, never mind, I'll wait. Because I knew the moose are around. I had already spooked it from that same area. That's why I was like, the moose is gonna come here and drink. And that's crazy because like it's not even it's highland forest, right? It's near the swamps, right? But the moose from the swamp comes over to this lake to drink in White Pine Orchard. So I think that's a like low key like special little area because I know that the swamps, the original swamp area, like my animals sucked. All the moose sucked. I struggled to find a 2-star moose to get the fucking other swamp area opened. I do think the 270 is a decent rifle for this map though. Like it's a great tier 6, tier 5 rifle for sure. It's just not weak enough, right, to do wolves. I think wolves you have to shoot them at like some ridiculously long distance that you're just never gonna really reliably have those. A lot of the wolves I call in and they're just really close, right? So even the 7mm, I struggle to keep them outside of that overkill distance. So that's why I would really want to use the 243, but then the 243 becomes so weak on the bigger game that it's like the large game. You got to really be careful because you're gonna mess up lots of kills. Love to get some more beers, but that lake is kind of really nice. Do I explore that little bit of blackness on the swamps? And the wind's going south. I might swing north. Swing north and do more white pine. If I get this all done, I'll never have to come back here again. I think I'm going the right way. Nope, not even.
Trying to decide if I stick with the 7mm, switch to the .308 or switch to the .270.
Yeah, the 308 is, in my opinion, the best rifle for tier 5, tier 6 on NES. But the 270 is just as valid of a choice, you know what I mean? Like, you kind of can't really go wrong with either or. I just like the 308 because it's super accurate. It's really good. It's got plenty of power. Right? It's not like the 30-06 where it's like it's got plenty of power, but it has crappy accuracy. And the 270 is kind of similar in that I think it's not as accurate as the 308. But at the ranges that I'm killing things, like accuracy really is like not really a huge deal, you know what I mean? Because it's like you're so close, right, that it's not going to be that big of a bloom on it anyways. I mean, it could be the difference between hitting the gap between the, you know, just missing the liver or something, but I mean, ultimately, you can use just about any gun if you're a good shot, and you're patient enough, right? Like, I do like the 7mm a lot, though. I do like it, and that's coming from somebody that hated on the 7mm for a good amount of time. I see no point in it whatsoever. I was like, it's totally useless. Why wouldn't you use, if you want to actually use a 243, and if you want, you know, the actual ability to kill like the bigger game, use like the 308, is what I was originally saying, right? And I mean, there's some truth to that, but if you want to cover all the animals on NES in one loadout, you kind of have to use the 7mm or 243. Like, those are your two options if you want to cover every animal, because then you can use a shoddy for birds, shoddy for badgers, shoddy for foxes, right? And then you can do wolves at certain ranges that it's a little restricted, right? But you can do them, right? And then you can still kill elk and moose. And the 7mm is just slightly better at dealing with the moose than the 243. But some of the same rules apply with the 7mm as the 243. Like, you want it as broadside as possible, right? And you want to try to aim for the lungs, but if you can, aim for the... Yes, exactly. It's only if you're trying to do 100% ethical. If you don't give a shit about the hunt rating, which, I mean, honestly, I don't even think it's shown on the trophies. So it's like, what does it really matter, right? If you don't care about that, then you can definitely use the 270. I mean, you can use any gun if that's the case, though, right? Like, you could use the 338 or the, you know what I mean? Like, doesn't matter because, you know, Mind you, you're gonna also not make much money because you're gonna blow all the meat off the bones, right? That's another part of the equation, I guess. But I spooked something that was up there, but to be told, truth be told, I don't really care. It's probably those moose again. I think I'm going the right way, yeah. That's another thing that I don't really like about the game is that the spooking system is such that it makes more sense to like sprint around, spook something, and then re-engage it than it is to creep around all the time. That's how I play it. I creep around all the time, right? It makes for boring viewership, right? And it isn't very rewarded because half the time I'm creeping, there isn't anything around, right? So it's like I'm just treading water, just wasting time. But if I sprint around and spook something and listen to where it goes, I can then just go and know that something's there and creep on it. And it's like, to me, like, that is kind of stupid. That's not really hunting to me. That's like run and gun, Call of the Wild shit. You know, like it's even worse than that in my mind, because in Call of the Wild, you know, it's like you spook something, you know, and try to re-engage it.
Regularly?
It's literally just, I mean, next time I spook something, I'll show you. They only run like 200, 300 meters away from the spook, right? So if next thing I spook, I'll just fucking intercept it. I mean, you can mess it up, right? Like, you could try to re-intercept them and then spook them again, right? But basically, if you just keep trying, eventually you're gonna get them. And supposedly you can despawn the animal and stuff. It's just like the fast travel bug. It's like, I don't know how people are playing to cause these issues, because I've never had the fast travel bug. I've never, as far as I know, right? These are obviously as far as I know, because maybe I have and I don't realize, right? But as far as I know, never had the fast travel bug and never had a herd despawn. Right? So like, if to make a herd despawn, you must be spooking that shit like 5 times in a row and like shooting 5 animals, like, you know, like, I don't understand how people are triggering the despawn, like. And honestly, I would want the herd to despawn if I fucked up, right? If I spooked it, right, and then chased after it, and then tried to re-engage it and spooked it again. Oh, I'm gonna try to kill this fox, actually. You know, like, because it doesn't make much sense to me to like spook something until you eventually kill it. Like, the animals are smart. Like, they're just gonna run away and go away, like, and be skittish and know that, like, it's not safe. And it's like, in this game, it trivializes like the whole aspect of like, well, you made a mistake, but it's okay.
You need to solve as well as if you log in after leaving within like 100-200 meters, not sure exact distances, you auto spook everything.
Yeah, they have that auto spook as to fix an abuse. Because if you shoot an animal, right, and then log to the menu, you could come back in and you'd be right next to the same herd that you just spooked. They'd get placed on the map again, and they would be calm. And then you just shoot another one. You could then log out to the main menu, right, and then go back in and shoot another one. And you could clear a whole herd. You could farm money unbelievably. There's so many different issues with allowing that. It's like allowing single player animals in multiplayer, right? It would be nice. It sounds great until you realize that it would allow people to create a server, back up their save, create a server, give an animal to a friend, right? Roll back the save, load up the server, give an animal to a friend or to themselves, right? Right? You could have one friend that has I have 5 stars on mine, right? And just, right? And it's just the Call of the Wild sharing all over again, just slightly different. Call of the Wild was even worse, right? Because you could just leave and rejoin your own server and kill your own animal. Freaking fox is going to be kind of hard to see. And I don't really want to move. I think it's already been spooked. I think it's already been spooked. Yeah, there it is there. No way I'm hitting that. Not gonna stop me from trying. Yeah, right. Ain't no friggin' way. I mean, I might have hit it with a pellet, maybe. I doubt it. I probably won't see any blood. I don't think I hit it, but... I mean, that's asking a lot of the shotgun. Just bad setup there. I could have gotten a better view of the approaching fox. Yada yada. Okay, let's spook something. I don't know who it was that was asking me to show them how to sneak up on stuff. Was it you? I don't know if it was you. I can't remember who it was.
I will say you are one of the most realism-oriented players.
Yeah, there's not very many of me. That's why I say like they're not going to do something for the 1% of the 1%, right? Like it's just not going to happen. I mean, if I had it my way, I would want to like see these twigs.
Yeah.
I would want to like not walk on these twigs and go around these twigs, and then cut in here and go around this and go like that, right? Like that's what I would want to do, but. Hello. Well, that's unfortunate. That could have been a much better kill if it would have had time to get a little bit older. And I mean, I honestly, I kind of don't understand when people say that Call of the Wild is a run and gun shooting gallery, and Way of the Hunter isn't. Because to me, it's like, I don't really see that much of a difference between the two. Like, I mean, like just what just happened. I'm just talking, walking through the woods, and a badger runs by. A bow, right? I'm walking, I hear a fox, Row! And I call it in. I mean, if I would have been smart, I would have bow. So it would have been like 2 kills, right? Like in the span of like a couple minutes. It's like, I'm sorry, but that's not really anywhere remotely close to realistic, right? Like, and I don't think there's any problem with the animal density. I think the animal density is fine. White Pine was a bit of a pain in the ass because I would say that of all the places that I was, like this upper part of White Pine was pretty sparse. But having said that, there were hunting opportunities, right? I just spent most of the time getting rid of the fog of the war, and like looking for game trails and following game trails. So, it's not like I was min-maxing my hunts per minute here. Like I was literally doing the most boringest shit. And I mean, I also heard that bush noise that I had in my video there. I heard that bush noise when nothing was around. So, maybe Cactor has a point that maybe it was just a coincidence at the point, or the bush.
Slightly less arcady,
it is
also gives that impression in part because it looks less arcady.
Yeah, I mean it is. I do agree that I think it is slightly less arcadey, but even just saying that less arcadey, it's like, well then it's arcadey, like if it's less arcadey, it means that it has some arcadey element to it. And I'm not saying that's necessarily bad. I would love it to cater to both, right? It has difficulty levels. Well, there's your chance, right? But at some point, the devs go, only 1% are going to play this mode. Let's not invest any development time into it and focus on the other 99%, right? And it makes sense from,
a logical business standpoint, right? You don't design something that nobody's going to really play, but it just leaves me wanting, man. Like, I want a realistic. People say, well, I play because it's a game, and if I wanted to go hunt, I would go hunt. And it's like, well, just because you take your car to a racetrack doesn't mean you want to go to the racetrack. Sometimes, like, you want a simulation of, like I could go become a fighter pilot because I want to fly an F-16, or I could play a F-16 simulator on my computer with HOTAS, right? Like, so it's you know it's a niche market, but it's like there are devout simulation fans out there, and these game companies don't really seem to respect. I mean, everybody respects the arcade games, right? Like, I'll make an arcade game, or I'll make it arcadey for the masses. But then the simulation crowd is just always left going like, well, you didn't go simulation enough. And they go, well, it's hard to please both. And it's like, well, but you're not even trying to please the simulation crowd. You're just catering full arcade, or to easy mode. And there's lots of things in this game that, I mean, could be better, right? That I don't think they'll ever change, right? Like, this bush actually bends, right? Like, so add a sound effect that I'm fucking running into a bush, right? Like, it doesn't make any sense, right? Walking on wood, right? I'm walking on wood, right? Where's the sound bite? Oh, there it is. It only took me, 7 tries to get it to finally do the sound effect. All right. And also, it sounds like wooden plank. Like, can I get like a different wood sound for like a tree trunk? I'm pretty sure they don't sound like wooden friggin' patios. Right? These are nitpicky things, but I mean, they're things, right? Like, why is there no sound effect when I melt through a bush? Right? This one bends, that one doesn't. Why? Why wouldn't you just have all bushes not melt through? What makes this bush different than this bush? Right? Or that bush, or, I'm not even sure where I'm going here. But yeah, like, nitpicky things for sure, right? But like, I would have, there's so much room. Like, if I knew how to like
Also,
use Unity, I would.
Sim isn't needed because you can just do it. Earl is a weak argument. I kind of really want a hunting sim and can't.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, that's my point too, is that it's just a stupid argument. I mean, it basically comes from super casuals that, well, if you want to go, and it's like, well, if you want an arcade shooting gallery, well, go to a shooting gallery and, shoot them, right? It's like, it's just a really stupid argument. And no matter what I say in the Discord, right, I come across as like an elitist, like, neckbeard, like, right? Like, people find that grating, and it's I'm sorry, it's like, I want realism in my game, and I already have it as hard as I can possibly make the game, and I want more. Like I want a harder game, right? I have 6 5-stars, or is it 7? I don't 6 or 7, can't remember. I actually have to go like look in my lodge. I want to say 6 though. Let's say 6. Yeah, because I have 4 elk, 1 bear, and 1 moose now. But yeah, like, I want it to be more punishing. Like I said, you spook an animal. I thought that was something in the field, but you spook an animal, like, and it runs away, and you have a chance to re-engage it. But if you spook it again, then it despawns. Like, so that you fucked up, right? Like, so that way it would incentivize sneaking around and being stealthy and not spooking to start. Because right now there's no penalty for spooking at the start. I mean, if there is one, it's so small that it's like, well, whatever. Like, you'd have to kill like half the herd and spook it 7 times to despawn it. Like, and to me, that's too much. And also, the same thing could be said about like keeping the herds close together, because they originally were spread out. Maybe spread out a little too much. Okay, so there's a spook, right? Spook down in here. So typically what I do is, I'm wondering if it was a spook because it was not very much, or it could have been a bear because it didn't sound like much things running. So typically what I do is I just wait for a moment, pay attention to the way that the noise was, right? Utilize the one movement speed that nobody ever utilizes, which is the fast crouch walk. But because I'm assuming I spooked whatever it was. So I really feel like it was a bear. Is there bears around here? Yeah, there is. So I do feel like that's... Where are the zones for this? Oh, okay, there's one over there. I was like, there is none, and I can see it? Like, what? That made no sense. So I would close up like 100, 200 meters, or basically where I heard the initial spook happen, right, which is somewhere over here. I'm not 100% sure. Right? I know it was this direction, though. 100% know it was over here. So like when I get to the edge of the trees here, also pay attention to the way the wind's going. Wind's kind of bad, so I probably want to stay left. So like I think it's spooked in here, right? So like 200, 300 meters away would be where it is. It sounded like it was running to the right, like over this way, right? So I'll stay to the left because the wind's blowing this way. Or is it? Wind's actually blowing this way, okay. So yeah, even more reason to stay to the left because, right, though I'm kind of going in towards my scent cone. And if it's swooped this way, I want to be on the left of it. So now that I'm like where it's spooked, right, I do crouch fast walk. It would have been nice to know what it was, right? Because now I don't really have any idea what it may have been. We're just going to go on the assumption that it's a bear. Another thing, too, is that the caller, if you're not actually luring anything, you can ignore the meter, right? Like, you don't have to wait till it's in the white. Because, okay, there we go. So, it was an elk, right, that we spooked. So, we've re-engaged the thing that we spooked. That's what I was saying about the 200, 300 meters away. It has to be around that, because otherwise, when we got to where we spooked it and then started going slower, then we wouldn't have been able to hear the elk, right? It would have to be somewhere in that bubble that you can hear animal calls. I'm just doing the high fitness because, to be honest with you, I just shoot all high fitness elk that I see. If they have the white tips on the... If they look old and have white tips. If they don't, I don't shoot them. Elk, I think, are the easiest thing to tell. Like, when they're 5 stars, they got so many different tells to show that they're old. And there's a bear over here, so it's very possible that it was either or, right? Not sure on the distance to the elk. I'm going to continue calling. I'm going to switch to the bear call, though. Like, it's impossible for me to know which of the two I spooked. I'm leaning towards it being the bear, just because I didn't hear much noise, right? It just sounded like one animal or two animals, not like a herd of animals, right? Running through the woods. I'm going to post up here for a moment, and the meter will time out, and that's okay, because if the elk is being lured, it should respond sometime around the end of this meter. If it's not, right, now the bear is definitely coming. I think it's down this way. What's the wind doing? The wind's okay.
I'm gonna post up. I'm not gonna move from here unless I feel like I absolutely have to. So the elk didn't respond back. That call must have been like 350 meters away or something when I heard it. The fact he's not calling again. He should now, which where I would expect it at the very latest, but he's not. So I feel like there's a good chance that he ain't coming. Pretty sure it was down this way. I find bear calls and wolf calls are one of the hardest things to pick up on in terms of direction. Okay, yeah. I am going towards him for sure.
How do you do high volume to easily pick up animals without the gunshot being ridiculously loud? Or
Just
do you
deal
with it?
Well, I mean, on Sony on the PS5, um, I'm on headphones, right? And you can EQ the headset to take some of the boom away. I think I have it set for mids and highs to be higher right now, but for the longest while I have bass boost. I don't really mind the gunshot volume. It doesn't really bother me. The wind noise doesn't bother me either. Like, I don't really have any issues. I mean, I can understand people saying like, "Hey, the wind's a little too noisy. Can you turn it down or whatever?" Or the streams are a bit noisy. I understand their point, but to me, it's like I'm okay with being immersed in the noise. Doesn't hurt my head. Doesn't give me a headache. I have no problem discerning things from other things. And when I'm on at my Atmos setup, I kind of want it to be super loud. I want my neighbors to think I'm firing a real gun. Like, boom! I want to feel like I'm hunting, right? And I mean, that's definitely it's definitely part of hunting with no ear protection. I would know I was gun shy when I was like 12 years old because my father didn't believe in ear protection and had me firing the 30-06 with the no ear protection. So didn't want to fucking pull the trigger on the damn thing. This thing was so fucking loud. Come out, wherever you are. Fun with bears is it's weird too because like I'll get impatient and then I'll like walk towards it and then it'll spook because it's like literally coming my way and I just was impatient and I'm also kind of just standing out in the middle of a field like I don't know how many times I've spooked them from walking towards them thinking they're not coming. Just want to move up to try to get this need zone. Gives me something to do while I wait.
Zras is on it again, this time for black bear trophies.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll have one in 30 minutes. I mean, if he gets a bear in 30 minutes, I give up. Like, I give up. I don't know what to say. I don't give a shit about that guy's trophies no more if he gets a black bear. What the hell is going on with this bear, man? You'd think that it would be... Oh, there it is. Took you long enough, buddy. So, even with the 270, I'd rather wait for side profile or broadside shot. So he's going to stop. He's going to lose interest. Yeah, I'm looking at you. You're looking at me. Yeah. Yep. Okay. There you go. You're going to lose interest. Turn to the right. Elk are still right there, too. See if it's a mortal shot. Yep. And that's what I was saying about the... Like, I feel like if I didn't run after shooting there, the elk that are fleeing here to the... Right here. Fuck, sorry, I'm looking way up. Wouldn't even have run because they went, whoop! They didn't, like, spook when I shot. They went, whoop! Like, what was that? And then I ran a bit, and then they were like, oh shit, I'm out of here. And as usual, we're gonna look into its eye. Yeah, that's right. That's right, you're dead. Good thing it's a video game. Else that would be kind of morbid. Yeah, in real life, I was never a very successful hunter. I don't think I actually have any kills whatsoever. Doesn't mean I don't know what I'm doing. Just I didn't hunt enough. Another female. See, just nothing but females, man. Decimating the female bear population right now. Yeah, like I didn't really go that much. Like, you know, maybe a handful of times. You know, enough to understand. You know, understand the method and stuff like that. I mean, it's pretty simple concept, to be honest. Be quiet. Try not to be seen. Be ready to shoot things. Like, it's not rocket science. Although I'm sure there's some hunter out there with a boombox on his shoulder, fucking walking around with a gun pointed at his fucking chin or something and saying, I don't get it, I don't understand why I'm not finding it. It's like, yeah, well, you're doing it wrong. Maybe they don't like my music. So, like, this elk that went up here, right? Like, if I go to here, I'm gonna sprint up there. I really want to hunt elk, but at this point, I'm not even uncovering anything anymore. It's just hunting targets of opportunity, I guess. So we run up to where they were. I gotta check the wind though. See, the wind's bad, so they're gonna smell me. So it doesn't really matter. So this interception is not very good. It's never gonna work. Was it you yesterday that was asking how to get close to the animals, or was that some other guy? Like, I can't remember who it was that asked me that. And they came on the stream and watched. Like, I can't remember if it was you or somebody else. I want to say it was somebody else, but I don't really know. I also don't understand why people think that Classic is so realistic. Like, I tried Classic
It was
and
me
it was...
trying to lose habits from low difficulty.
Oh, okay. Yeah, later on, like an hour or two later, I got to about 40 meters of elk by a lake. I was trying to observe them to see if they would make noise when they hit the bush. They did make twig snaps from a bush, but they didn't make the rustle of leaves, so that makes me wonder if large game makes snaps from bushes instead of the rustle like a hogwood or uh, mountain goat or something that's like more medium sized. Like I think maybe they make different noises based off the animal size and what they're doing. But again, I have no hard evidence to support that. That's just my best guess with what I know so far. So the elk would just constantly move away from me because it's like literally the same way that they.
Also is the exploit you sometimes use just scoping in and then walking diagonally.
Yeah, yeah, any equipment. So like this is the exploit, and it's the same as this. It's the same thing. Is the same as this. Right? It's all the same exploit. And in many ways, there's the elk. In many ways, it's kind of similar to the stop and go, right? You do make some noise with the stop and go though, where the exploit you make zero noise. So you're invisible. So that's why it's the ninja walk, right? Like, and that is an elk, I don't think. I can't tell. Yeah, it looks like whitetail or something. I'm tempted to take a really long shot on that, but so like when I'm doing this right now, notice that there is noise. So like until they fix the exploit, I literally force myself to not use the exploit and to do what is probably supposed to happen when you make that small diagonal, which is some noise, right? Because this is not an exploit like this is, right? This is different because I'm full deflection, right? And that's intended to make noise. And you could say, well, maybe it isn't an exploit. Yes, but it has to be because they've already said it. So there's that because they've already gotten rid of the forward version. Notice how when I try to do it the forward way, you can hear my feet.
Looked like they went a good bit left from where you spooked them.
Right, but until they fix the exploit, I mean, it's annoying because you'll accidentally do it if you're on controller all the time, right? Like you're just trying to be quiet. You're trying to, and that's again what I said about like I want a realistic sim. Like they should have made it that analog control of your movements and your velocity does matter, but they are basically completely removing Ninja Walk because keyboards can't do it for starters, right? That's one reason. They would have to redo the entire movement system to have some type of like weird analog set speed thing for keyboards, which just isn't going to happen, right? Or they force controller on all PC players, which ain't going to happen. And I mean, I'm a PC gamer too. I have a gaming PC. I play lots of games on my PC. I just don't play shooting games and hunting games on my
I think
PC.
the exploit may need controller so you can vary how much of an angle you go back. Cause I couldn't replicate it on mouse and keyboard.
Exactly. And that was when I first brought it to light. I always prefaced it with, you can't do this on keyboard. And people were like, well, why? Because you need an analog control. And then what ended up happening is I told a PC player this. One of them actually switched to controller because of what I said to him. But I told a specific guy, it was like the third or fourth guy I told. And I had already reported it to the devs. Like I had already sent a video to show them. And I don't know if you were around when at launch, but his name was Koobs, I think his name was, or Cobes. I don't know, something like that. COBBS or COOBS. I don't know. He's not around anymore. Go figure, right? But dude went ballistic, went like atomic, and said that I was like a cheater and throwing dirt on me, and then taking it onto Discord, making a big deal over how I'm hiding an exploit from the community and stuff like that. And it's like, and it forced me to just like come out and just like tell everybody, right? And then of course after that, right? Because I don't know, man. Like some people, like I make a joke that I'm the notorious ninja of Way of the Hunter, right? And people are kind of like put their noses up at me and was like, "Oh, you think you're special or something?" And it's like, it's not that. It's just because I'm the one that figured out the exploit, right? Like I'm the notorious ninja because for the longest while, until I revealed it to everybody, I was the only motherfucker doing it, right? So like that's where that comes from. But like if you talk to even Cactar was like, I don't think anybody was on that. And it's like, I remember, man, there were some really upset people that were really pissed off. Like it was a big deal, right? To some people. It might not have been a big deal to Cactar, right? Like he didn't really give two shits or whatever, right? But like some people really, the shit really hit the fan, and devs had to tell, like, dude, that it's unintended and it's an exploit. But they didn't even tell me. They didn't even tell me. They didn't message. They didn't say nothing to me. They let it go on for like a week until finally I was able to ask Michael directly, is it intended as an exploit? And this is after I've already DM'd him the fucking video. He couldn't even respond back, and he didn't even respond back to the new diagonal one. Didn't say nothing to me, right? Which I fucking kind of am get like, it kind of pisses me off, right? If I find an exploit in your game and show it to you, and then you go and you remove it, and then I find a similar exploit with the mechanics again, and then you go and you're probably going to remove it. Like, where is my incentive to even show you the exploit? Especially if you consider this is the way I would fucking hunt in real life. So now I'm by pointing it out, I'm literally forcing their vision of the game on myself and everybody else when I don't necessarily even agree with that vision, right? I think Ninja Walk most definitely should be in the game. It's in their competitor's game, but they've figured out a way to make it so that it's not completely unbalancing, right? I am going to shoot that. It's kind of a weird range, though. But yeah, sorry, I get a little fiery when it comes to the Ninja Walk shit because, you know, as the person that discovered it, that gets no fucking real credit for any of his contributions, right? It's like, and by them not friggin' even acknowledge, like not even coming out and saying, yeah, it's unintended, it's an exploit, and telling the people that were bitching about it that it's an exploit, and not telling the person that discovered it, and me saying I don't think it's an exploit because it's in the competitor's game, and saying that when they're saying, no, Michael said it was an exploit. I DM'd him and he said it was an exploit. So it's like Michael is fucking responding to these shitheads, but he won't respond to me, right? So it's kind of like, what the fuck, man? Like, I don't like being pulled into that. What the fuck is that thing moving to so fast? Oh, it's on the move, that's for sure. I'll get my gun up. Well, yeah, just real brutal that, like, no response for me. Like, it's like he's treating the shitheads with, like, respect and giving them conversation, but then with me it's like to him, like, I'm the shithead and the shitheads aren't the shitheads, they're the ones that he has to conversate with, right? So it's like, I don't like being lumped in with a bunch of dimwits, like, and the guys that originally kicked up a stink about it, and it's not like a lot of these guys aren't even around, right? Like, I don't believe that majority of them are even here anymore. Like, we got Meats is gone, Coobs is gone, right? Everybody that was basically involved in that is gone at this point, because in the end, those are the guys that aren't going to stay and play the game. The ones that are complaining about it, and I'm actually exploiting right now without even meaning to. So I'll do the right thing and not exploit. I'll also get this need zone. I could also just call the damn thing in, I suppose. This doesn't make any sense to me that they will conversate with like idiots, but then they won't conversate with me. It kind of makes me like, And you know, I've been very critical of their decisions, very openly, right? So maybe that might have something to do with like a distaste for even conversating with me or anything, right? Like I'm giving them free fucking debug of their movement system. Least they could do is at least acknowledge me in a DM. You know? And maybe it's just as simple as the shitheads literally bombard him with messages so that he can't even. But I just send him the one, right? So it's just easier just to ignore me because I'm not. I don't even know if that's the same one. I feel like it isn't because. I guess it is. Seems to be on the move like he was last time. I don't think it's a 5-star. Probably not actually a good kill. It's probably a high fitness, maybe like a 90. I don't know. I don't want to say. Yeah, it's
nice
fine.
Nice hunt and nice shot.
Yeah, I'm on autopilot. I'm like not even thinking about what I'm doing. That's why, like, when I started exploiting, I was like, I'll do the right thing. They want me to do this, I'll do this, right? Like, oh yeah, this is so much better than fucking standing up. Like, ooh, so debouncing, right? Like, I don't understand why that can't just be as loud as the prone. It would require a complete overhaul of the system, guys. It's like, no, you would just make that the same friggin' volume level as the other things, right? Like, I don't know, man. I'm not the game designer. I'm not the dev. I would make different choices for sure. I still hope they add Super Ranger. Just don't call it Super Ranger. Please come up with a better name than Super Ranger. Like, Super Duper Ranger, guys! What difficulty are you on? I'm on Super Duper. Yeah, that's a little stupid of a name, I think. Doesn't really go with the whole motif, you know? Huh? Really? That's as far as you guys ran? Yeah, I'll leave those whitetail alone. Hoping that there's like a need zone here, but I don't think so. At least with the 270, it's not an overkill at that range. That's good. I think the Springfield would be maybe overkill at that range, or at least very close. I feel like it would be overkill. I'd have to look at the numbers though, and I'm not gonna worry about that right now. So I guess I'll just follow a need zone or something. Maybe I'll find, or game trail. Maybe I'll find a new zone in some area that I've already been or something. Game trails, there is a science to it, because it gets kind of dicey in these forest areas, right? Like where did the game trail go? It's like the way I do it is I just pay attention to the mud, right? Where you see mud, see, it can get really difficult in the forest areas. I mean, it's very possible I'm heading towards a zone that I actually already have, but... Alright, look for the mud. Apparently that was that, but I don't really think that was the lead zone I was following. Right. I don't know. Yeah, this is still it. I mean, this could be also... Oh, hello, Mr. Rabbit? Was that a freaking rabbit? Like a coyote, almost. Fleeting glance of it. Definitely a rabbit, though. Poor rabbit. Oh. Definitely want to change that. Slowly working my way through that. No, I mean, that's one of the reasons I like having the shotgun on me, right? Is that I can go and, like, do that where... And if it was a 5-star, at least I'd have, you know, full rating. At least I should have full rating. So I don't know how I feel about the flashlight actually working or doing anything during the daylight. And, like, these shadows, like, probably shouldn't exist when I use the flashlight. I would imagine that light would get rid of the shadow, right? But it's just the way they do shadows. Actually surprised I found another hair zone there. Sorry, I had to sneeze. I'm not even really sure what I'm doing right now. I'm kind of just walking around at this point. Unless those are rabbit. I don't think so. Not familiar. I mean, I thought that would be like mule deer or something. Yeah, it's gotta be. That'd be one big ass rabbit. I think rabbits leave footprints. Oh, somebody at my door. Sorry, I'll be right back. Sorry guys, my kids just arrived back home. I gotta do some daddy duties right quick. Guess I shouldn't say guys, maybe they're girls too. I got a tooth? No, it's a Happy Meal toy. I'll be in a sec, bud. But yeah, I'll be a second, sorry. I know it's not the most thrilling stream you've ever seen. It is Way of the Hunter after all. It's going to be considerably noisier. It's my children's devices. Sit and eat your nuggets, bud. Don't hurt yourself now. Sit and eat nuggets. Sit and eat your nuggets now. Alright, back to hunting. Just for a little bit longer. Where do I want to go? Kind of done here. I got some question marks to investigate over here. We'll go to. Normally I wouldn't even fast travel, but where I'm just trying to. Oop, I did not mean to bring it open the third time. Just checking the Discord here. War 69 trophy. Yeah, respond to Trout on the Discord there.
I don't know why I keep flashing my map up. I was under the impression that 85 and higher has a chance to be a 5-star. That's what I was under the impression of, but I have no real data to back that up. It might be 90. I mean, I'm not overly concerned about trophy score. I mean, obviously, the higher, the better. But just getting a 5-star is good enough for me. And then pick over the trophy score after I get one of each. Then I'll care more about it being the best trophy to possibly be. Might as well get rid of this fog over here. I've done more fast traveling today than I have in the whole week, I think. I've traveled like 5 times today so far. The joys of little kids and their video games. Well, we're definitely down there. That's a low fitness. Might be a high fitness though, because it's stopped already. Hello, Mr. Deer. Hello over there. My 270 would like to say hello. I hope that's a lung and double heart, or double lung and a heart with an artery. I thought that lump was it, but yeah. Okay, double lung and heart with artery, please. Nah, not even. What? Yeah, so here I thought I was too far forward again. I mean, it's a good shot, but I thought I was. Yeah, it's not a bad shot, but not a great shot either. Should have shot to the left of his front leg, I guess. Different angles, weird angles, right? Make it. Oh, hello. And that's what I'm talking about right there. It's like, why is this bear still around? Like, why didn't it run away from the shot? Because, like, I don't know. I just think that seems kind of
too generous, right? And this is the Call of the Wild shooting gallery, right? Like, oh, I shot a deer, I walked 100 meters, now I got a bear, and then I'm gonna see a batter, shoot it, and then I'm gonna see an out and shoot it, and it's just like this like shooting gallery thing that's going on. I didn't get a good read on the direction of the bear. I'm not gonna lie. So it could be just about anywhere. The wind's going this way, so we have to hope that it's not over this direction. I think it's super duper windy though. Post up in the bush for a moment. There's a herd over this way. Real far though. I think that's timing out right now. Ah, get to the right collar for places. Good bit to time out. It is down this way. I think I've seen you. Am I seeing things again? Seeing things again. Thought I've seen it down there. Is that a spook? It is a spook. It didn't matter though, because this direction here is the direction that is no good for the scent. It would be nice to know what it is though. Not a spook. Whatever it is. Not a single animal. It's a bunch of animals. Hey, what are you doing? Kinda not very good angle. With the wind. Not a very good angle with the wind. I already got this lake? Yeah, that's that lake. Okay. Yeah, you know that's a good lake. I heard it. It's over here. I have to go to the lake. Just kind of backtracking. Not exploiting, I'm holding forward deflection. Dare I say, if I was exploiting, I would never make a mistake. Kill the machine when I use the exploit, as I should do. Well, it's pretty easy to get close when they don't hear you at all. timed out. I really don't get the point of that flashing icon on the right. Back at the lake again. I mean, the wind couldn't be worse. That's 250 meters, right? Yeah. I mean, the wind right now is blowing directly this way, so I actually don't believe that was a real noise. I think that was the creaking of the trees. And even if it is a real noise, the hunt's kind of a wash because what the fuck is that? What's the fucking deal? So it's kind of a wash because the scent is going to be heading right at these guys. What we got for range here? 135, is that even right? Yeah, that's right. So we go 150. 150. Should have pulled. Should have pulled. Kill anyways. Keep in mind that's with that wind too, right? Like, so I would increase the scent width and range considerably on super macho man mode. You get it okay? You need help? Oops, probably should pay attention to the blood marks. Kind of important. I kinda lost my way. I don't want to admit that I lost. No, I know what I'm doing. So totally didn't lose track for a moment. Totally didn't lose it again. Totally know what I'm doing. Kind of a tricky track because of the constant left and right that it's doing because of the trees and stuff. Just makes it a little bit harder. There we go.
This is shock and awe. It's like, how did that hunter hit that shot?
That's a damn good shot for what I had.
Probably not a good kill though.
Yeah, not bad. Not bad. I'm not too upset with that one. Could have easily blew up in my face though. What you got there, bud? Just gotta make sure my kids aren't getting into stuff, that's all. They're well behaved. For the most part, anyways. Yeah, I'm supposed to head to those question marks. Totally forgot. You have to kill a young elk, so thinking about it, but it doesn't seem very sportsmanlike to shoot them if they're affected up. I actually think I'm going to conclude the stream for now. I'm going to be busy helping my kids with some stuff, and I'll probably be on in a little bit. Let's see, watch this on while we're doing streaming. Alright, if anybody's around, thanks for watching. See you next time.